Hey everyone, it's Jonny Khatru, and in this video I'm going to be listening to the first mini album from Joy called Hello. Joy is a member of the K-pop group Red Velvet. Now I'm not a super fan of K-pop or anything, but there are some groups I'm very enthusiastic about, including the SM groups FX and Red Velvet. I've been a fan of Red Velvet since they released Ice Cream Cake in 2015, and since then I've enjoyed almost every release they've put out as a group, which is quite a few. Earlier this year, another member of Red Velvet, Wendy, also put out a solo EP or mini album. It was called Like Water, and I was quite excited for it because I think Wendy has an amazing voice, and I was hoping for some exciting bangers like we usually expect from Red Velvet. But unfortunately, I didn't really enjoy it too much in the end. It was full of sappy ballads that don't really appeal to me too much, to be honest. When I heard Joy would be putting out a solo release as well, I was a little bit skeptical. I saw that it would be a collection of covers of older songs. I saw the twee aesthetic of the promo material, and I thought maybe I'll give this one a miss. But the release seems to be getting very good reviews, very high ratings, and I've heard there's a lot more upbeat material to enjoy. So I'm going to give it a chance. Let's have a listen to it, and we'll see how it is. In this video, I'll be giving you my reaction and initial thoughts after each song. If you enjoy it, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into this then. The first song is the title track. It's called Hello. Well, I got what I asked for, didn't I? It's certainly more upbeat. Maybe, especially in the first third, I was feeling maybe it was a bit generic for my liking. It was reminding me of something like 𝐒𝐴7, which maybe only my English viewers will understand. But the distorted guitar in the chorus that came in was a really nice touch. And then there was a little solo after the second chorus, I think it was. That was pretty cool. And by the end of the song, the melody had started to really appeal to me as well. It's very cutesy, but I did enjoy it. The next song, it was a single, I think. It's called 𝐒𝐡𝐴𝐵, but I haven't heard it yet, so this will also be a first time listen for me. Here we go. So at first I was thinking that song might be a bit too lightweight for me. It almost has a Disney feel to it. But you know what? It's strange. The same thing happened with this song that happened with the first one. I just started to come around to it more and more as it went on. There were so many nice orchestral flourishes throughout that kept pulling me in. And the singing was great. It was very well sung by Joy. Lots of jumps to quite far away notes here and there. And it was just fun. I enjoyed it. On to track 3. It's called Day by Day. Okay, so that one was a bit more of a mixed bag for me. It was a ballad of the type that is generally not my thing. However, once again, they did manage to pull me in to a certain extent by the production and the performance. They somehow made it work. It had that The Velvet kind of style that Red Velvet used to do with songs like Automatic, which I loved very much. It's that smooth 90s influenced R&B style. And it had that sound in the production, this song. So I did like it for that. Although the actual tune maybe was a bit too corny for me, but every time I thought it was losing me, it would pull me back in with a cheeky bass slide or two. The next song, track 4, is called If Only. 좋을텐데 오늘만 해도 벌써 몇 번째인데 So again, I have to admit the melody in that one was just a bit corny for my liking. However, once again, there were elements that won me over. and that includes the 80s disco vibe in the beat and the guitar stylings, which I enjoyed very much. And also the very unexpected flute part towards the end of that song, which was lovely. That was really great. Track 5 is called Happy Birthday to You. Okay, so that song was obviously pretty tongue-in-cheek. But once again, several things did catch my interest. There was more flute, which is great. There was also a lovely guitar solo in the middle of it, clean guitar solo. And lots of tasteful rhythms and tricky little drum parts. There was lots to enjoy going on throughout it, even if the song itself was pretty cheesy, to be honest. Just one song left. It's track 6 and it's called Be There For You. So that's the end of the mini album. Unfortunately, I didn't feel that was a strong track to go out on. It had some nice production. I liked the synthesizers in the beginning and behind the chorus, but the actual tune itself didn't really do anything for me. It was okay. So overall, I am glad I listened to this. There was a lot going on in the production to enjoy, which was great. It was certainly more upbeat and lively than Wendy's recent mini album. Sorry, Wendy. I think I probably enjoyed the first track, Hello, the most. But generally the first few songs all had pretty strong melodies. And even track 4 and 5 had decent melodies. They just weren't really my style. Track 6 was the only one I would say was a dud. And that's not bad. That's not a bad ratio. Overall, a good mini album, and Joy's personality did come through in it very well. If you've enjoyed my reaction, you can look in the description below. You'll find a link to buy me a coffee, which will help support my channel, keep me making these videos. And now we're going to go take a look at some comments over on RateYourMusic.com about this mini album from Joy. So this is the Rate Your Music page for Hello. You can see it's got a 3.21 from 148 ratings, which is pretty good. And if we go down to the track ratings, we can see that Hello is the most popular song at the moment. I'm quite surprised by some of the track ratings of the other songs though. I quite liked Day by Day, and If Only was quite good. I liked less the last two tracks, which actually have higher ratings. Well, that's sometimes how things go. Different strokes for different folks. Now let's take a look at some comments. A user named Mezcal Heads said, they played it pretty safe, but it definitely surpassed my expectations. She sounds gorgeous as well. Yeah, that's more or less my thoughts in general, that it was quite safe. There wasn't anything too hard hitting, to say the least, but it definitely did surpass my expectations too. I think it was the production and the varied instrumentation that lifted it for me, but Joy did sound good as well. Andromeda said, utterly charming and pleasant, but it feels restrained. She could go further. Yeah, I know what you mean. You do feel like I said, there could have been something more hard-hitting, maybe something more exciting. Maybe that vibe is being saved for whatever Red Velvet are going to do next. Book Singh said, Hello is a wonderful song. It just makes you feel instantly happy. Yeah, it's super upbeat. It's trying to give you that vibe of, well, joy. Lemon Sucking Android, Radiohead fan, said, I also really like the aesthetic of this whole album, from the photo and teasers down to the merch. I'm not so sure. I saw a clip of the video of 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐃 and it looked very cutesy, but then the album cover has this kind of 90s cool vibe. And so I feel a bit confused about what the concept is supposed to be. I suppose it's just calling back to the times and styles that the covers are originally from. I don't know, it doesn't aesthetically gel entirely for me, but it's all nice. I don't dislike any of it. There's a couple of people saying children's music sounds like the type of music that would play at a children's toy store. But then again, people have replied, anyone who thinks this is children's music hates fun. And you know, I think there's arguments to be made on both sides. It's definitely going to appeal to young people. There's a lot of simplicity in it, but it is upbeat. It is fun. It's not boring for the most part, and that's more than can be said about Wendy's album. Sorry, I'll stop bad mouthing Wendy. Wendy is a great singer. And Olivia said she sounds amazing here. These songs fit her voice like a glove. Yeah, that's probably true. I think that's right. The songs seem to be the right style for Joy. They seem to match her personality and it goes with her name, right? So I think that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to support me, you can use the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. And thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take it easy.